Warm welcome and a very good evening to everyone. I'm Shoujo.
Good evening, everyone. This is Abhishek, and we are on Googly Goals Tonight, brought to you by Googly Mania.
We bring the latest updates to you from world of sports, and tonight we are here to discuss the ongoing Football World Cup. Another exciting day to remember from the group of 8. This has been one hell of a World Cup, and it has definitely been worth the wait. This World Cup has given us matches whose stories will be told for years from now. Well, at least till the next World Cup for sure.
Now, along with most of our viewers, I could not agree more with Shoujo. Let us update our viewers with what happened in tonight's match between Uruguay and France, shall we?
Right away. What a match we just witnessed. We are down to the last 7 now. France becomes the first team to go into the World Cup semi-finals. What a tournament this has been so far. Going into the match, Uruguay had been sweating on the fitness of Edinson Cavani, and his absence turned out to be a massive blow. Suarez shouldered more responsibility tonight, given the absence of his strike partner Edinson Cavani through an injury sustained during the Portugal match.
Now, on the other hand, Mbappe has been a breath of fresh air in this tournament. He was out to shine again for France, while the focal point up front was Oliver Giroud. France wasn't changed colours of all white in the Nizhny Novgorod Stadium tonight, but the change in their jersey did not seem to impact their game.
Kylian Mbappe showed glimpses of his devastating turn of pace, but wasted the first clear opening of the game, mistiming a header on target when unmarked in front of the goal, and became flustered by Uruguay's physical attention. Antoine Griezmann may like to hang out with his mates Jose Maria Jimenez and Uruguay captain Diego Godin, but his loyalties were not in question tonight, as he made one and scored one for France and sent them to the semi-finals.
Indeed, viewers, Godin might be the godfather to Griezmann's daughter, but there was no room for sentiment in Nizhny Novgorod, not tonight.
Uruguay, without the galloping force of Edinson Cavani up front, were simply not able to damage France as they had done to Portugal in the previous game.
Now, without Cavani and for all their fabled fighting spirit, Uruguay did not seem to have the same belief.
Luis Suarez bustled around, barging into people and trying to upset the rhythm of the game, but this time the task was too great against a very strong France team, and had they knew, all hope had gone.
France dominated possession and took the lead 5 minutes before halftime, but a mistake in defense allowed Tolisso to steal the ball.
Bentancur attempted to regain possession quickly, but his tackle was clumsy and felled the French midfielder.
Now the referee awarded a free kick and booked the Uruguayan. A yellow card which was met with a pained expression, as Bentancur knew that this would rule him out of the semi-final if his team were to progress to the next round.
Griezmann addressed the free kick and clipped it into the penalty area with his left foot. Varane made a perfectly timed run undetected to head the ball into the back of the net. Muslera had little chance with this one. Rafael Varane scored the third goal for his country in the process.
Christian Stuani, who came in for Cavani, was lively in the opening stages, and Hugo Lloris had to be put out, alert to punch clear and stop him reaching a knockdown from Jimenez following a corner.
Uruguay responded with positive flurry of intent before the interval and forced Lloris into a brilliant save, again from a set piece. This time delivered by Lucas Torreira and one in the air by Martin Caceres. Lloris sprung to his left and kept the header out with a firm right hand. Diego Godin crashed in to try and ram the rebound into the roof of the net, but blazed it way over.
Oscar Tabarez did not wait long into the second half to make 2 changes, but his team were soon too adrift following a dreadful mistake by goalkeeper Muslera. Griezmann was about 25 yards out from goal on the left when he took a short pass from Tolisso, and he was given all the time and space required to line up a strike on goal. He struck it sweetly but straight at the goalkeeper, And although there may have been a slight wobble in flight, Muslera really should have kept it out. Instead, he panicked, pushed his palm at the ball, and he just helped it into the net.
In fairness to Griezmann, he seemed to take little delight in his goal. Perhaps slightly embarrassed to see it slither as his Uruguayan pals were sorry.
Exactly, that's what I felt. He wasn't celebrating very much. Now, after a while, a mass brawl of sorts was triggered when Christian Rodriguez nudged Mbappe and everyone waded in when the teenager kind of overreacted to the nudge. Luis Suarez, ineffective without Cavani, was in the thick of it. The referee settled the dispute with yellow cards for both Mbappe and Rodriguez.
However, all that was of little consequence as France is through to the semi-finals of the World Cup 2018 tonight. Viewers, we will be taking a short break. Abhishek and I will be right back on Googly Goals, brought to you by Googly Mania. Do not go anywhere.
जिक्र जब भी जीएसटी की होती है तो नजरें ढूंढती हैं जीएसटी दोस्त विकास धनानिया को।
नमस्कार विकास जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आने के लिए।
विकास धनानिया बात करते हैं पूरी जिम्मेदारी के साथ
कि यहाँ पर गुड्स को रिसीव्ड नहीं किया गया है। हाँ, लेकिन तब आपको ये प्रूफ करना पड़ेगा कि भाई हमने तो हैंड रिक्शा से मंगा लिया है।
आम आदमी जीएसटी को जानना चाहता है, लिहाजा सवालों का अंबार है। इन्हीं सवालों को समेटते हैं हमारे होस्ट राकेश। हर ट्यूसडे और फ्राइडे रात 8 बजे होस्ट राकेश और दोस्त विकास धनानिया हो जाते हैं आमने सामने, सिर्फ आपके लिए जियो बांग्ला पर। देखिए जीएसटी की बात दोस्त के साथ जियो बांग्ला पर।
Welcome back, everyone. Viewers, now we'll get into the upcoming match tonight between Brazil and Belgium to be played in the Kazan Arena. Last match to be played in this venue was the last 16 clash between France and Argentina, which saw Lionel Messi and company knocked out as Argentina failed to deal with the Olympic pace of Mbappe.
Most of you might be supporting powerhouse Brazil when pressed to pick a winner. However, I can see Belgium beating Brazil, and honestly speaking, I was impressed by the manner their second team beat England in the group stage. Even the way they came back from 2 goals down against Japan in the second half ought to have done wonders to their confidence going into this match.
Indeed. With players like Lukaku, super sub Marwan Fellaini, and Belgium seem to be in a great form now in Russia, and they look very strong, while Neymar has shown the world his good as well as the bad and the ugly side to his game. He's a player who has the ability to produce great moments, but also moments from his other side he showed against Mexico don't reflect very positively.
If he wants to replicate Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, he needs to find his best game and understand that they do not fall over to do what they have done for so long.
However, Brazil goes into this match as favourites. They seem to be at ease after Neymar opened the scoring against Mexico and provided the assist for Firmino to make it 2-0 against Mexico.
I would like to tell our viewers that Belgium has more goal scorers in this competition going into the match, while Romelu Lukaku on 4 goals, Eden Hazard on couple, while Zanuzaj, Fellaini, Mertens, Batshuayi, Chadli and Vertonghen have each scored 1 goal. On the other hand, Brazil only have Neymar and Coutinho on a couple of goals, while Firmino, Thiago Silva, Paulino all have 1 goal each. Ask me, I'll put my money on Belgium.
Brazil and Belgium last met in a World Cup in 2002, which Brazil won by 2-0, and Ronaldo, the older one, he scored twice in the final match against Germany to go on and win the World Cup.
The struggles of Brazilian right back Fagner can create a big opportunity for Eden Hazard tonight. The Belgians are clearly quite confident after becoming the first team in the World Cup history to have overcome a 2-0 deficit within the regulation time of 90 minutes to win a World Cup finals knockout tie. Didier Drogba, who is Lukaku's mentor, also suggested that Belgium can beat the 5 times champion Brazil if Lukaku is fully fit.
Quite an interesting take on tonight of yours, I must say.
I must also add that Neymar has won over very few hearts or people exaggerating fouls and diving in this World Cup. In addition, he took it to a whole new level by rolling around in overdramatic fashion after any challenge. He has played a total of 360 minutes of football in this tournament, out of which he has spent a quarter of an hour rolling on the deck.
Now, many would feel that he's not an actor, and people are talking too much about him play acting. Now, I would like to play the devil's advocate over here and remind everyone that in the last World Cup, he almost broke his spine after a rough tackle, as a result of which he was sidelined in the game which saw Germany beat Brazil hollow. These kind of tackles lead to a player feeling the way Neymar feels right now, and I think he will be the best player in the world in the near future.
We will see where he goes. I personally feel he killed a part of his career as soon as he made his switch to PSG from Barcelona.
Now moving on from that topic and moving on from the debatable Neymar, Brazil midfielder Casemiro has been suspended tonight and will be replaced by Fernandinho. The absence of Casemiro is a big blow, but his replacement Fernandinho is likewise a complete midfielder, even if he is not as physically imposing and has a huge task ahead of him against Belgium. Now, a fully fit Marcelo will also replace second choice left back Felipe Luis. That will surely add to the attacking arsenal of Brazil, and mercurial winger Douglas Costa will also be available tonight.
Brazil fans will be demanding nothing less than a victory tonight, while Belgium has the best side ever, and it is now or never for the golden generation of Belgium. Vincent Kompany returned to the starting 11 for Belgium in their victory against Japan, and he will try to mark his Manchester City teammate Gabriel Jesus.
Now, Jesus, he has had a quiet tournament so far, and he will also look to make his mark, given that Roberto Firmino is waiting in the wings.
Brazil's hopes will be resting on the man of the moment, Neymar, while Belgium will need Eden Hazard to be at his very best.
Now, for all Brazil's attacking riches, Belgium's biggest problem could be piercing a robust defense that has conceded just once in their opening draw with Switzerland. Brazil's centre-back pairing of Miranda and Thiago Silva have been solid and they'll aim to keep it that way as the 5-time champions target a place in the semi-finals with France.
Belgian mistakes in defense, as the ones that allowed Japan to grab a couple of goals lead, will surely be punished by Neymar. Hope they have learnt from their mistakes already.
Rightly pointed out by Shorjo. The last match was a tough one, and Belgian coach Roberto Martinez will likely have learned some lessons from his side's difficulties against their round of 16 outing with Japan. Marwan Fellaini and Nasser Chadli, who both came on as substitutes in that game against Japan, could be in line for starts, which would necessitate some minor tactical adjustments in their team. Now, before concluding tonight's program's viewers, I would request you to tell our viewers your prediction on how tonight's match is going to play out.
Despite scoring 9 times in wins over Panama, Tunisia and England, before Japan game, Belgium will have to lift their game significantly to beat a well-drilled Brazil side, increasingly dancing to the tune of their star forward Neymar. Only rarely have Brazil found the balance between controlled attacking and disciplined defending quite as well as they have so far in Russia. By way of contrast, the Belgians have proven to be vulnerable at the back. Nevertheless, with players like Romelu Lukaku, who sits second in scoring at this World Cup with 4 goals, and Eden Hazard, they stand tall in the way of Samba stars booking their place in the last 4 and they have shown themselves to be capable of scoring or creating something at any given moment. It is not for nothing that they're labeled as the country's golden generation. My best wishes to both sets of fans for Brazil as well as Belgium. May the best team win. Cheers.
We are signing off for the day. Can't miss this tie for the world. Keep watching Googly Goals. Like, share and subscribe to Googly Mania.
See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Between now and then, take care and good night.
Good night.